we are going to continue with our platform game creation and porting over my platforming engine from Unity to Godot, which is mostly done, to be honest. The base movement's in. I did some stuff last night off stream. Added in camera following. So we'll just quickly go over that before we go into creating more stuff. So camera following, I'll just is what I did. Also tidied up the UI a bit, brought in a pixel perfect font. So now so did that screw up? No, I know what I did there. I added that back in. We don't want to do that. That's the point. So, just quickly, you'll now see that the camera is following the player. And it's locked itself to screen bounds, to the level bounds. So it's a very simple camera script. Inside the level is the camera bounds object. It has the bounds of the object, of the level. You can see here it's drawing it in green. And we can turn the visibility off nicely. So that's added in as the sort of the gizmo. That on is just whether or not it defaults to on, so we could maybe have more than one camera in a level and activate it through triggers. And what's in this script? Well, in this script is the active camera bounds, so it's a static, so that's which camera is active. The camera itself that it's found, and the two exported properties, which is the viewport bounds and on. So, at the start, when it's ready, if it's tagged as on, it will activate it and force the camera to move to the position. So we activate it. In fact, what we should also do is... No, it should be fine. But this handles none of the camera positioning. It just sets the camera limits. So, if instance is valid, it just turns off that boolean just so that it's visible, and then we override all of the viewport stuff. So we get the camera, we get the current camera at the time of the transition, and we set the limits to the positions that we've set in in viewport bounds. And this is just drawing the bounds in the editor, and this is getting this thing we've set in the viewport width and height. So this is us setting the minimum bounds. The minimum bounds will be the size of the screen that we've set in the options. And the other half is the camera follow. So I originally didn't know whether we put it in physics process or process. Turns out just putting it in process and setting the camera to update on physics is enough. So we just set the global position to the parents, to this object's parent global position. And we could set it to this global position. In fact, that might be something we do at some point in the future, because we might want to look ahead of the player. But that's something that we might do today with animation. But as such, in the camera 2D, no, the camera 2D doesn't have anything. The player has the camera follow script, which has no properties. It's just an object, 2D object, under the player. So we could move this over here and set it to follow this object instead. But as of now, we want to follow the actual player itself. And again, the camera bounds are in there. So if we go to level 2 doesn't have a camera bounds. So if we complete this, it will just keep the existing bounds. Now that's not great. We might want it so that if there is no camera bounds, it resets the bounds. But at the same time, it's not that big of a deal breaker. Part of our workflow will be adding a camera bounce to every level. What else did we do last night? Where's the... Just checking this. What else did I... Oh yeah, I imported the font, which is Chevy Ray's Baby Blocks. I originally wanted to create it as a level script, but I realised I'm just doing camera bounce. Separate your concerns. I fixed one of the bugs. I decided that I wasn't... Since we were putting that all on the root, I took out the root from player health. That's kind of it. Also, I do have a Git repository for this. Once this is done, we will open that to the public, let you download the source code. So what are we going to do next? Because that was camera stuff. That's all we're doing for the camera today.